Hi everybody, welcome to Daily Space for today, Tuesday, March 17th, 2020. St. Patrick's Day, so I went and put on my green shirt because I'm at least part Irish. So, hi everybody, hopefully you guys are hanging in there. This whole staying home and social distancing thing is kind of a new experience for a lot of people. Now, for those of us who work at home and do this kind of thing every day, it's not that unusual. It's just unusual having everybody else home with us at the same time, too. But we're going to work really hard and try to get through this together. And here on CosmoQuest, we're going to try to have a lot of content to help you keep from going stir crazy. And I think we're working on trying to get some mapping up and ready to go so you can do some mapping. We're scrambling to get things in place, but the Lunar and Planetary Science Conference has a lot of stuff going online this week, so we are trying to simulcast all of those things. So if you will go over to our CosmoQuest website, and if somebody can throw that in there, there you go, cosmoquest.org/x. On Nightbot has the website there. If you go there, you will find a list of the calendar for what we're going to simulcast this week, and we're adding to it as soon as we find things. So Dr. Pamela, Annie, and I are all going to be taking turns bringing you stuff as much as possible this week, so we can all keep from going a little nuts while staying home and staying safe, because staying home and social distancing is very important right now. It is very important to reduce the spread of COVID-19. And wash your hands a lot. Definitely wash your hands. And don't run out to get one or two things, anytime you need them. Try to limit how much you're going out. Everybody be safe. We want you to all be safe and healthy, and we want everything to kind of get back to normal in a couple of weeks. Fingers crossed. All of my kids are home. So, two of them are home. So my son's doing his work online from high school, my daughter's doing her work online from college, and my husband's home doing his work online. So it's hard to get everything done. My kid needs, the kids need school, and my husband needs to be at work, working with other people. So let's try to get through this so everything can get back to normal, hopefully. All right, who's ready for some science? I am. All right. I am here to put some science in your brain. All right. Today's news starts with a rather disappointing update on Betelgeuse. We are saddened to report that our favorite red supergiant shows no signs of going boom. We could really use a Betelgeuse boom right now, couldn't we? After declining radically in brightness from October to January, Betelgeuse is now re-brightening in a perfectly normal way. Bummer. New research from astronomers at the University of Washington and Lowell Observatory, and published in the astrophysical journal Letters, finds that Betelgeuse's fainting spell was due to the shedding of a cloud of dust. Not a potential supernova. I'm bummed. During Betelgeuse's decline in brightness, folks had speculated that the cause was likely either the effect of a massive convection cells in the star's atmosphere cooling and darkening at the surface, or the formation of dust. Both are perfectly normal behaviors for large stars, which lose bits of their atmosphere the way most of us not so young people lose our reading glasses. No comment. Only one measurement was needed to sort which scenario was true, but that one measurement was a doozy. Scientists had to measure the temperature of Betelgeuse's surface. If Betelgeuse was dim and warm, it was dust. Dim and cold? Well, that's convection. So it turns out Betelgeuse is one warm star. The physics of this kind is pretty cool. The star periodically puffs out parts of his atmosphere, and as this material drifts away from the star, it cools and coalesces into dust. If Betelgeuse wasn't running away from some past event on a rapid track through the solar system, this dust would form a nebula around Betelgeuse. Instead, it forms a train behind the star, making it impossible for us to determine how much dust this system has lost over time. So from one warm star, we move now on to one really hot planet. New observations collected with the Very Large Telescope in Chile have discovered that the planet WASP-76b, WASP-76b, likely experiences weather that is cloudy with a chance of iron rain. Iron rain. That's pretty cool. This hot world is located 640 light years away in the constellation Pisces and orbits a 6,400 Kelvin star that is just a bit hotter than our sun. What makes this system extraordinary is the location of the planet. It is so close to its star that it has become tidally locked to its star, so that the same side always faces the star. That starward side is estimated to be 2,400 degrees Celsius, which is hot enough to vaporize metals like iron and form metal clouds that stream to the cooler side of the world. The temperature drops to 1400 C on the night side of WASP-76b, and at this temperature, the metal vapor condenses into droplets and rains. This implies puddles become sheets of metal, and everything is coated in metal. This is both awesome and horrifying, and we feel safe saying that no larger forms of life exist on this world, although no one can rule out bacteria, because bacteria like to adapt to the challenges geology gives them. The kind of tidal effects we see on WASP-76b affects orbits in fascinating ways. Here on Earth, we have a moon that is tidally locked, so we only see one side of the moon. This is because the more massive Earth was able to exert torques on the moon that brought its rotation into sync with its orbital period. The moon is trying to do the same to Earth, but it's smaller, so the process may take longer than our Earth actually will be pleasantly orbiting a sun. Still, we can see hints that in the past, Earth's days were far shorter, and now we have a pretty new example of just how short those days were. 70 million years ago, at the end of the time of the dinosaurs, a bivalve mollusk captured the length of the day in ridges on its shell. Using a laser beam to measure ridges too small for researchers to count with a microscope, this science team found that days appeared to be just 23.5 hours long, and a year was 372 days. These day-tracking ridges are giving scientists insights on how the tides, symbiotic relationships with photosynthesizing critters, and other factors affected mollusk growth. It's really cool to see research that hits so many different topics, and we encourage you to go explore the links that we have on dailyspace.org, which discuss the bioscience of this story. And that rounds out the news for today. Tomorrow is Rocket Wednesday, and Pamela will be back with more science on Thursday. As part of helping us all keep occupied in these really weird times, we're going to be hosting a lot of additional content on our Twitch channel, and we want to remind you that CosmoQuest has an active community on our Discord channel where you can talk science and even find other people to join you in playing some online games. You can find links to everything that is going on at CosmoQuest.org. And now, I will stop and I will take questions and stuff. Dr. Pamela is in the chat as @StarStrider, so she is here. Oh, and I completely forgot to do the slides again. So anyway, there's your pictures of Betelgeuse. Yeah, I totally forgot the slides. Your beautiful pictures of Betelgeuse as they are dimming and brightening. This is a picture of iron rain, which is pretty amazing and terrifying. And then this is the picture of the day measuring mollusks. And hopefully the next time I stream, I'll remember to do my slides when I'm supposed to. It's a day, I tell you. But anyway, those are the, that's a really cool fossil, just so you know. And the fact that it measures the length of the day in its ridges is pretty amazing. So I think that's cool. I'll keep that picture up for now. So what I want to do is encourage you all, if you have questions about anything, you know, CosmoQuest, science, today's stories, anything like that, please put them in the chat. And if you can use the purple star with the purple circle around it to let us know, that makes it easier for me to spot them in chat, and I can read them out loud. And I will switch over here to where you guys can see chat as it pops up. And the first question we have is, where did the Betelgeuse images come from? And I am looking, I can't go and look without messing up my screen. Well, no, I can mess up that screen right now. Let me go see if I can tell you where that came from, because I can go and look and find the link now that I'm not using that screen for information. Let me go. I can get the, I can find out where that came from. I believe they came from Lowell Observatory in the University of Washington, but let me get that. That image, observations of the star Betelgeuse, was taken by the European Space Organization's Very Large Telescope in January and December, which show the star's substantial dimming. So the ESO, Very Large Telescope, is what took those images. So that is what's there. Dr. Pamela is losing audio on her phone, but in like 30 minutes she's going to be back on for another video. So if you have questions specific for her, you can start up in just a little while and ask her questions. She'll be streaming. Right now she's on her phone doing stuff, but she'll come on. But if you have any questions that I can potentially look up, or if you want to know just more about CosmoQuest and what we do, if you have any production questions, that's usually my job. So I'm happy to do that. And Planetary Pan is in our chat as well. Beth, she is wonderful, and she works at, you work at SETI, right? Am I thinking wrong? Please correct me. Please tell me where you work in the chat, so I'm not just spouting stuff off the top of my head. I'm sorry. I'm trying to remember where everybody works. And I was gone all last week on a trip. Yes, she works at the SETI Institute. So Planetary Pan is Beth Johnson, who also appears over on our weekly Space Hangout. And she works at the SETI Institute, so she is in our chat and can answer some science questions too. So feel free to ask. But yeah, last week I was at the Gamma trade show, which is the games, board games and RPGs expo, which actually wasn't canceled. It was one of the few things not canceled. It was a great trip. I really enjoyed it. I learned a lot about board gaming and RPGs for my side gig working for Goodman Games. And for our friend of the channel, Moon Ranger Laura, who is also an engineer at Goddard Space Center. She's a friend of mine and Dr. Pamela's. And she's the one who took me to Gamma to help her buy stuff because she also runs a game store. So I got to experience what it's like to run your friendly local family game store, and got to see a lot of really cool games before they came out, a lot of cool miniatures and stuff. Role-playing games are having a huge resurgence, so there's lots of stuff out there for them. There are games, RPGs for the game, for the show The Expanse and The Witcher, and lots of cool stuff. So there's some amazing stuff coming out from your game manufacturers as soon as things can get off the boat from China, honestly. The COVID-19 is slowing down a lot of moving things around the planet, but there's some pretty awesome games. There's like new versions of Ticket to Ride and just any kind of game board game you can think of. If you're going stir crazy and you want to know more about board games, I highly recommend going over to Board Game Geek, which is a wonderful website that gives you descriptions, recommendations, play videos, so you can see what games are like. And definitely support your game producers, because we're all going to be stuck at home, and I'm really glad we have a good game library here at our house. We have a ton of stuff we've not gotten to try for a while, and I think we're going to be all trying it here soon. It was a great trip. We were all very careful. We washed our hands a lot. We used a lot of hand sanitizer. They had hand sanitizer out there, and before we went through the buffet line for all of our big meetings, everybody did that. So we tried very hard to be careful and stay away from people, and people that were sick didn't go, and yeah. But yeah, in retrospect, it probably wasn't the best idea to go to a giant conference and then be on a plane, but I was on the plane on the way home with no Wi-Fi when all of the chaos stopped, and I got home and found out my kid's school was canceled, and Amanda's college was canceled, and everybody was going home, and it was a little bit like landing and being in the Twilight Zone. Felt kind of like maybe a Stephen King book or something, walking in. I don't appear to have gotten con crud, but then again, I am not out of the incubation period yet because I just got home Thursday. So, fingers crossed. But yes, so much changed so quickly. Yeah, it was super fast moving. But Moon Ranger Laura, her husband is an infectious disease specialist, so he was giving us all of our advice, and he was telling us what to do, and he felt confident we were probably pretty safe to be there as long as we were smart and took appropriate precautions, washing our hands. So, does anybody have any other questions besides that? Things you would like to hear? I know we're going to be working on bringing you lots of content. And in our Discord, we've got lots of other stuff. So, if you want to play online games together, just to be able to chat and vent and have somewhere to be social without having to go out, join our Discord. It is a great thing, and the meme channel is apparently very popular. Just the toilet paper hoarding memes apparently are quite amusing. I've got to go catch up because honestly I have been slammed busy since I got home, and now I get to go and check out the Discord channel. And we're working really hard to plan more online content for you. Thank you, Wayne Johnson, for the Lucky Shamrock cheers. That's very cool. Yes, it's St. Patrick's Day. I am at least part Irish, so virtual kisses. Not real ones, virtual ones. So hopefully we will all have the luck of the Irish and either not get sick, or if you get it, it's very mild and everything can get back to normal soon. We hope. That would be great. All right. Any other comments? Someone asked how gardening was going. Gardening is a good idea. Stay in your backyard, do stuff. Paranor says, I'm of Irish descent, but I have no luck. I understand that. Sometimes you have to make your own luck. And we try really hard to do that in our family. Watch for opportunities. That's one reason I went to Gamma, was because it was a good opportunity. And now, because I met Joe Goodman from Goodman Games in person, I can start doing some stuff online for him and work from here, which is cool. So 2 jobs. Got the side hustle going, which is helping to pay for the college. Although I'm really hoping we get a bit of a refund on at least some of it, because my daughter is not living in her dorm and she's not using her meal plan. So university owes us a refund on some of that. Let's see. If y'all don't have any other questions, I may go ahead and get offline so I can go, and I'm going to record the podcast version of this and edit the video and then put the blog post up. And the blog post will have the links for all the stuff we're talking about. So it should be up in a couple of hours. So I will get all of that stuff up over on our dailyspace.org site. And that way you'll have all the links. You'll definitely have the links to the Betelgeuse images and stuff. And watch out, because we've got more stuff coming soon. Dr. Pamela will be here later this afternoon doing stuff. But check that calendar on our CosmoQuest.org site. Daily Space is also there too. It's just, we've got its own URL, so it's easy to find. But check the calendar there, because that's the easiest way to know what we're doing, because things are changing so quickly. I don't remember what's coming up this afternoon because I'm going to go be doing production. But hopefully you guys are all having luck staying home. Wish you all plenty of toilet paper, and everybody try to stay healthy and at least isolated. And we can talk to each other online. We're all in this together. Things will get back to normal soon, we hope. Fingers crossed. But luck of the Irish to all of you, and I will go ahead and let you go, and Dr. Pamela will be back in probably less than a half an hour or so. All right, you guys have a great day. We'll talk to you again very soon. Bye-bye.